Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And as you can see, I don't know what I was thinking tonight. Started the scoreboard program and left the volleyball scoreboard up instead of the basketball scoreboard. So give me just a second. I'm going to correct that. We are here at Bushnell Prairie City High School junior high girls basketball action between the Macomb Junior High Bombers and the BPC Spartans.
A couple of friendly reminders before we get started here tonight. Remember to wear your mask at all times inside the school building.
So it is the Macomb Bombers, and we will be starting with the 8th grade game tonight, and that is because the numbers are low for BPC. So we will be starting with 8th grade game, and then we'll play 2 6-minute quarters for the 7th grade game because they are very low on numbers. We will do the national anthem, and we'll be back in just a second here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. So that was the national anthem here before the 8th grade game. Again, we're just like we did with junior high boys, a little bit different the way we're doing things here, as we are doing the 8th grade game first, as Adam Morrow and J.D. Beal are our referees tonight. We're getting ready to go here with once again, the 8th grade game is first here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. So inbounding will be Macomb for the 8th grade game. Coach Don Looper is going to come over and talk to us at the end of the oh, there's a nice pass on a nice cut to the basket. Basket for number 5, Catherine Stortzum. And she's got 2 points to start things off for the Bombers. And a travel is going to be called on BPC, number 45. That is Kendra Ford. It'll be turnover to the Bombers here. On with the ball is Kyla Job. And come near side to Drew Creasy. A couple names from the old Bushnell era. There's a steal by BPC, number 25. That's Abby Nelson. Her shot's off, no good. Rebound's going to be taken down by Creasy and go back the other way for the Bombers. She's going to go down the floor. Nice look down the floor and an easy bucket for number 31, Ava Bradford. 4-0 is the score here. 5:03 to go in the first quarter. And we are working on the scoreboard here. Give us just a few seconds. We'll have it fixed, we hope. And a steal, and back the other way it goes, down to Stortzum, and her layup is good. 4 points for Stortzum. Timeout on the floor, charge to BPC. We'll take a break as well. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. This is junior high basketball. As you can see, I'm moving the scoreboard around. I apologize for that. We'll get it set up and fixed here for you real quick, and we'll be good to go. It is first quarter action, 8th grade girls basketball, steal by Macomb. And it's going to be turned back over to BPC, number 50. Jaden Johnson takes it back. It's going to be Addison Mason with it now, and the pass goes awry. Stortzum, is going to take it the other way. Her layup's off, no good. There for the rebound is Bradford. She'll get her 4th point as well, and that'll make it 8-0. Macomb with the lead. And we are here in the first quarter. Shot on the way. That was by Ford. Rebounded by number 32, Madeline McClure. And it goes back the other way with Stortzum on the dribble. Comes near side to Creasy. Now it goes to Bradford, who puts up the shot. It's off no good. Gets her own rebound. She feeds it in to the block to Kyla Job. Kyla Job gets her first 2. That makes it 10-0. Macomb with the lead over BPC. Pass goes to Ford, and she throws it away. Again, Stortzum with another steal, and she'll take it back the other way for the Bombers. They lead 10-0 with 2:55 to go here in the first quarter. Bradford to Creasy, looking for a cutting Job over her head, out of bounds. Possession to BPC. Checking in for the Bombers. Going to be number 12, Kylie Robinson. Number 20, Quinn Rexroth. We'll see what the other number was that came in, and we got the first half timeout here. It's the COVID timeout, as we like to call it. Game being brought to you here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, by the Community News Brief, a free publication distributed to over 68 locations in Bushnell, Macomb, Colchester, Industry, Adair, and even more towns throughout the area. It provides local news to McDonough County and parts of Fulton County every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To submit a press release or get advertising information for the locally owned publication, contact Lynn at 309-333-8245 or email communitybrief@gmail.com. And a Bushnell Banking Center. Bushnell Banking Center, located at 360 South Green Street in Bushnell, offers full-service banking and loan services for all of your banking needs. Come visit a bank of friendly service or call them at 309-772-2345. Good luck, Spartans. Bushnell Banking Center is an equal housing lender and a member FDIC. So after the timeout, BPC did take a timeout earlier. We have not had any fouls called in this game as of yet. Picking the ball up for BPC is Abby Nelson. She gets it to Ford. Ford now is going to try to get it to number 14, Addison Mason. She can't grab it as it was right at her feet. Rolls past her, out of bounds. Possession to the Bombers. Here on the near side, one of the new players in, Kylie Robinson will bring the ball up the floor now. Also in, number 20, as I mentioned, was Quinn Rexroth, and number 24 also out there is Kelly Ladd. Rexroth with it on the baseline. She's going to go down to Robinson. Robinson now back out top. She just throws it and tracks it down as Creasy. Drew Creasy still in the game. Robinson down in the corner, it goes to Rexroth, and she's going to get called for the travel. And it'll be possession to BPC here with 2:07 remaining in the first quarter. 10-0 is the score. Thanks for joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Again, we're going to have the Macomb coaches on after each game here today. Don Looper, the 8th grade coach, is going to come talk to us between games. And then Coach C.J. Cross is going to talk to us after the 7th grade game. A little different scenario for the 7th grade game. We'll talk about that a little later. Turnover by BPC as Abby Nelson dribbled the ball on the sideline trying to get to the baseline. So now in the game number 15, Jackie Adair is going to come to Rexroth. Adair now on the post. Now it's going to go on the bottom to Robinson. Oh, a nice look to Ladd. Her shot's off, no good. Ladd with the rebound. Tipped back to Rexroth. Now it's going to come. Oh, a nice steal by Abby Nelson. And then the first foul of the contest is going to be called on the Bombers. Nelson's going to be at the free throw line. I believe the foul's on number 24. That's Kelly Ladd. At the free throw line's Abby Nelson for the Spartans. Her first free throw is off, no good. Checking in for the Spartans, going to be number 15, Destiny Sykes. She's going to replace number 45, Kendra Ford. Sykes is a 7th grader. And Nelson threw the ball off the backboard but took off way too early. And it's going to be a free throw line violation, possession to the Bombers. 1:20 to go here in the first quarter. Adair has it. Now she's going to go to Quinn Rexroth, who gets called for another travel down in the corner. And might be able to hear Coach Looper over there talking telling her what she did, what she needs to change. Nelson now is going to bring it up again as she had it inbounded from Sykes. Nelson still on the dribble, going to give it to Sykes right side. She looks to drive. She's going to have it knocked away. The ball's on the floor. A couple players going down after it. Also in for BPC, number 23, Sierra Shannon. Now it's going to go over to Jaden Johnson. Now a steal knocked away by Robinson. She's going to go the length of the floor. Her layup's off, no good. Rebound by Nika Daytoner. Now it's going to be in the corner. It goes back to Daytoner. Robinson, and Coach Looper wants a timeout. So the first timeout of the contest for the Bombers is going to be called here. Helping to bring you this contest here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, is Heil Enterprises and Heil Trucking. They can take your product down the road, near or far, and also offer top-notch heavy-duty truck repair and trailer repair. The second-generation business continues to grow and continues to support local athletics. Stop by and see Danny or Travis on Route 41 south of Prairie City. Call them at 309-775-3333. And M&B Furniture, your Bushnell's only furniture store, will be celebrating its 60th anniversary in June. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the county and offers top-notch customer service, free delivery within 40 miles, and the best in-home appliance repair in the area. For everything you need to furnish your new home or to replenish an old one, stop and see them at 481 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at www.mbfurnitureinc.com, or you can call them at 309-772-2111. Ball's inbounded for the Bombers. Jackie Adair has it. Now it's going to go to Rexroth. Down in the corner to Daytoner. Oh, nice look into Ladd. Her shot's off, no good, though. Rebounded by Shannon, I do believe, down there. It is Sierra Shannon. Pass is knocked away. She gets it back, though, and Nelson's going to take it back the other way for BPC. She pulls up right elbow. The jumper is off, no good, a little long. Ladd gets the rebound, and Robinson pushes it back the other way. Oh, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. No good. The shot is no good. 10-0 at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
Some farmers I know swear by a name. Say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver. Time Maximizer. Game Changer. I like those names.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. 10-0 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter action getting ready to come your way here, as the Bombers controlled and dominated there in quarter number one. Do want to tell you the 7th grade game is following. This is the 8th grade contest. 7th grade game will actually be 2 6-minute quarters. A first half and a second half, that's all they'll play. BPC only has 5 players that aren't 8th graders, so be a very shortened version of a 7th grade game following this 8th grade contest. Right now, the Bombers lead 10-0. On the floor for BPC, number 45, Kendra Ford. Number 25, Abby Nelson. The number 15 is the 7th grader, Destiny Sykes. Nelson has it on the baseline. Sierra Shannon's down there as well. She had it knocked away from her. And also out there is number 14, Addison Mason for the Spartans. For the Bombers is Daytner with it. Also out there is number 14, who I don't have on my roster. I'll turn it over and see if I have a 14 on the 7th grade. I do not. Miles, what number scored that? What number scored that? Thanks for paying attention. We're going to give it to number 13. Do I have number 13? Maribel Nikak. We'll give it to her. 2 points. I could be off there, folks. I'm sorry. I was trying to find. We got another foul called. One 3 on the foul. That is the Maribel Nikak. Second foul for the Bombers. Sierra Shannon has it inbounded from Ford. She gets it out to Nelson now. Again, I do not have a number 14 on either of the Macomb rosters. We'll try to figure out who that is maybe at halftime. And then a traveling violation called on BPC. And it'll go back to the Bombers with 4:55 to go here in the second quarter. It's 12-0. Daytner with it. Nice look down low to number 14. That's Adair with it now. Now to Robinson. Three seconds in the lane. I believe that's going to be on number 15, possibly Jackie Adair. But a turnover nonetheless. 4:32 to go here in the first half. There's another basket by Maribel Nikak. And I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm not, somebody that may be watching or listening, hop on here and tell me. I did find out Olivia Whitney is number 14. And a timeout going to be called. Charge to BPC. It is a full timeout. 3:52 to go here in quarter number 2. It's 14-0. Bombers over the Spartans. Helping to bring you this contest is United Community Bank. United Community Bank's services are designed to keep you in the game when you are on the go. With online and mobile banking that's nothing but net to friendly services you can count on from the leader of community banking. Choosing UCB is always a slam dunk. Visit a location near you with branches in Bushnell, Colchester, and 2 in Macomb. UCB is a member FDIC. And Rosie's Pizza. They offer something for everyone with pasta, sandwiches, and, of course, pizza. Dine in or carry out at 458 East Main Street in Bushnell. They also deliver to Good Hope, Adair, and all points in between. For delivery, call 309-772-2101. So I think we got everybody caught up now. Olivia Whitney, as I said, is number 14, so I apologize for that. Presley Brandt, thanks for joining us. Always like to see who's watching the games. As Nelson has it, and she's harassed by Robinson. And she's going to get the 5-second violation. There's Nekak again with it. She's going to come up top to Whitney. Now it's going to go Daytoner on the far side, I believe. Yeah, it was Daytoner. Now Robinson with it on the baseline. She's just going to pull up from about 8 feet. The jumper's good for number 12, Kylie Robinson. And that makes it a 16-0 lead with 3:05 to go here in the first half. Now a jump ball is going to be called. It'll be possession to Macomb after the change of possession at the end of the first quarter. It's like BPC is going to try and do a little man-to-man press here. So they're going to get it down in a hurry as Robinson pushes it back the other way for the Bombers. They break it easily. Under 3 minutes. Should be a timeout at the next dead ball. Down the baseline it goes to Adair. Now it's going to be a jumper by Nekak. Shots off, no good. Rebounded by Shannon. She gets it to Ford, and Ford will bring it up for the Spartans. She tried to get it to Johnson, but there to take it away was Adair. Adair is going to get the layup to fall. First 2 points of the game for Jackie Adair, and it's 18-0. Johnson has it. Now she's going to give it to Mason. Now back to Johnson as Mason couldn't hold on to it. Rolled right back to Johnson. Now it's going to be a steal by Olivia Whitney now, and Whitney's going to be fouled by Mason. It'll be on the floor. First foul of the contest for the Spartans. And that'll be the first dead ball after the 3-minute mark with 2:03 to go here in the first half. It's 18-0 Bombers on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
During this COVID pandemic, it is important you take care of your health, especially your heart health. Do not ignore the signs of a heart attack or stroke. If you have health concerns, schedule an appointment with your provider, and always, in case of an emergency, call 911. This message brought to you by McDonough District Hospital and Blessing Health System. See for yourself why Blessing Health System is the leader in cardiology and pulmonology services. Appointments available inside MDH. Learn more at blessinghealth.org or mdh.org.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School Junior High Girls 8th grade basketball. 18-0 is the score right now. 2:03 to go in the first half. Helping to bring you this contest, Hensley Grain and rural Bushnell has a long family history of taking an active role in the Bushnell Prairie City School District and especially Spartan athletics. Good luck, Spartans, in 2021, and enjoy your shortened athletic campaign. And, of course, the Webb Family Farms has been growing corn, soybeans, and Spartans for 5 generations. Nathan, Lisa, Jamie, Cyrus, Terry, and Linda wish all BPC athletes good luck this season, and congratulations to Nathan Webb for getting elected to the BPC School Board in this most recent election on April 6th. Robinson shots off, no good. Shannon with the rebound for the Spartans. Under 2 minutes to go now here in the first half. Ford has it on the dribble. She's going to drive to the lane, picks up her dribble. Not a good spot to pick it up. She's got all kinds of pressure. Mason's going to have it now. She's going to be on the dribble to the right. Had a little bit of a lane to the basket. Loses the ball, tries to put it up. Can't get it up, so now she's going to try to get it to Sierra Shannon. But Nelson was there and knocked it away. Checking in for the Bombers going to be number 5, Catherine Stortzum. Catherine has 4 points in the contest to lead the Bombers, who she's one of 3 players with 4 points, actually. Also in the game, number 45, Mason Riggins. Riggins on the floor, and now it's going to be picked up. Ball's going to go to Ava Bradford, who also has 4 points. Now it's going to be Riggins with it. And somebody's going to get called for a foul. I think it might be Mason again. We'll wait and see. Nope. 23, Sierra Shannon picking up the foul for BPC. Checking in for the Bombers, number 20, Quinn Rexroth. She'll replace Jackie Adair. 2 fouls apiece now. Out top, the ball comes to Kyla Jobe, and Kyla Jobe gets her 4th point. And it's 20-0 here in BPC in Bushnell at BPC High School, I should say. Under a minute to go now in the first half. Nelson's going to try and drive. She got to the rim, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Stortzum. And possession to BPC with 52.5 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Forward to inbound for the Spartans. Oh, Johnson was cutting to the basket, but good help defense by Jobe as she came down, knocked it away, and then she's going to lose. Well, she saved it just before it went out of bounds. Rexroth has it now for the Bombers. To Jobe, into Riggins. Riggins, oh, a nice look down low, and it's tipped right to Bradford, who can't come down with the basket. Now it's going to be Rexroth with a jumper. It's off, no good. Ball's going to be tracked down by Jobe with 30 seconds left. Jobe backs it back out, resets the offense. Riggins again looks down low, can't get the pass down, so she's going to go to Rexroth right wing. Down low on a nice pass from Rexroth to Stortzum, and that gives Stortzum a game-high 6 points and a 22-0 lead for the Bombers with 10 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Shannon has it. She's going to give it to Ford. Ford puts up the shot. It's off, no good. Jobe with the rebound. Jobe pushes it down. She's got just about a second. She throws it up hard off the backboard. She was running at a dead sprint, tried to get it up. She did get it up to the glass, but a little too hard. And it's the end of the first half of play of the score. MHS 22, BPC 0. We'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just a couple minutes.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True Convection Cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
At Ace, your backyard is right in our backyard. So when you need to feed your grass, remove the weeds, or wrangle those leaves, go to the best place that delivers on top brands like Ego, Toro, and Steel. No warehouse store can match the convenience of your locally owned neighborhood Ace. So stop on by. You can also order online for curbside pickup or get what you need delivered today. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their lawn care.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
As we work together to stop the spread of COVID-19, McDonough District Hospital wants you to know that your health and safety are our #1 priority.
Our primary care providers are here to take care of you and your family's total well-being. Telehealth capabilities and the MDH Convenience Clinic all provide ease of access to our wide range of services.
All of this because we are committed to providing you quality and compassionate care that you have come to trust from us.
McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring.
Well, we were camping, and then I got a phone call from my neighbor and said that we got hit by a storm. He said, you better come home because there's no roof. He said, I look up and see the sky. He didn't know what you were going to do, where you're going to go, but Country Financial took care of us.
We anticipate something that we hope never happens, but when it happens, we are there to make good on our promise.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Some farmers I know swear by a name. Say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver. Time Maximizer. Game Changer. I like those names.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. 22-0 here at the half. 6 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the halftime session. You see the Bombers out taking a little time to do a little extra practice here. They've got 10 players on the floor. Coach Looper taking advantage of the few minutes here to do a little in-game practicing, so to speak. Hard to remember which team you're on, I think, though, as everybody looks the same, looks the same out there, but at any rate. We are here at the half. It's 22-0, so the stat sheet, unfortunately, for BPC very short, as they have not scored a point. They did have a couple good looks at the basket. Couldn't get anything to fall, however. So in the first half of play, leading scorers for the Bombers, game high 6 points right now for Catherine Stortzum, 4 points for Kyla Job, 4 points for Maribel Nikak, and 4 points for Ava Bradford, and 2 points for Kylie Robinson, and 2 points for Jackie Adair. That actually adds up to 22 points, so I got that part right for the night. That's a good deal. We'll be back, as I said, here for the 7th grade game. We'll take a break in between games. We'll come back on a different feed to start the 7th grade game if you're watching from Macomb. I want to welcome you all to the Hewlett Public Pro LLC YouTube channel. Please, if you would, be so kind to subscribe, like, share this anywhere you can. We'd greatly appreciate that. As we are 4:20 to go here. A lot of stuff going on right now with BPC, West Prairie, BWP athletics. Having some COVID issues going around the area, it does appear, amongst some students. So football season for BWP, I do believe, is done. We'll wait for official word on that, but I do believe some parents and players believe that it is completed at least. I have not got official confirmation from the schools on that. Tonight there was supposed to be a West Prairie volleyball game tonight. It has been postponed / canceled as they've got some players in quarantine. The football team is completely quarantined. We are anticipating having our first three baseball games on Hewlett Public Pro LLC's YouTube channel, with the BWP Sparklones having 2 games Saturday, but they also have 2 other teams coming in, so they're going to play each other in the middle game. So we'll have all 3 of those games on Hewlett Public Pro LLC on the YouTube channel here Saturday, if everything stays status quo. Right now, I believe Coach Arnold has 11 players available to him after all the players have been taken off from COVID and quarantine and so on. I don't think any of them actually have COVID play, but they are quarantined. So we'll wait and see if that stays the same, if there's more or less, or what happens there. As of now, baseball is going on as planned on Saturday. Still waiting to see what happens with West Prairie's volleyball team. They are scheduled to play here at BPC High School against the Spartans on Saturday at 1 o'clock. As of now, that game is still a go. I just talked to Nate Zeringer, the AD here at BPC, and he said as far as he knows, everything is still a go for Saturday. I have not heard anything for tomorrow night's volleyball game at West Prairie against Mercer County. Tonight's game was canceled against Illini West or postponed. I was told canceled in an email I received, but then I've also heard that maybe it was postponed. So we'll see how things change or shape up there. But as of right now, there'll be no varsity football on Friday. Still on the schedule tomorrow night is high school volleyball at West Prairie against, as I said, against Mercer County. Here against, for BPC, we'll have junior high track is the plan tomorrow night here. Is we're going to try our first track meet tomorrow, as in the house will be West Central and these Macomb High Bombers. We will try our hand at track. We're going to have our main camera like we do for football and at least one or two wandering cameras. We may have a little added video later on of some highlights and stuff that we don't get on the live broadcast, but that's the plan. We'll do that. The Sand Valley Conference meet next week for junior high. The Muggs McGinnis meet will be on as well. So down to about 30 seconds here. We'll take a quick break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, and be back right after this.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation does more than just tape ankles.
They get us back on the court.
My MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation
helps me reach peak performance
in the weight room.
Prepares me for competition.
My MDH physical therapists and the fitness programs MDH offers help me on my road to recovery and improve my quality of life.
Come see why MDH Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation was voted best of the best in McDonough County.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. 6 minutes on the clock. We should be just about ready to go here for the second half. It's 22-0. The Bombers with the lead. They've played everybody on their roster, I do believe. BPC has played pretty much everybody on their roster. As far as the 8th graders go, they've played Destiny Sykes, a 7th grader, also. They did not have very many players on the team, and they are missing Callie Kramer, who hurt her knee, and she is out, it would appear, for the rest of the season. Nelson has it. She puts up the shot. She's going to be fouled, I believe, by number 10, Drew Creasy. And I didn't forward it to the third quarter, so I apologize for that. And it's going to be a foul for the Bombers. Should be their first team foul of the second half. At the free throw line, shooting 2 for the Spartans, number 25, Abby Nelson. Her first one's off, no good. Looking to get her team on the scoreboard for the first time here tonight. We are in second half action, third quarter. 5:46 to go here in the third quarter. Mason back deep for the Spartans. And Nelson banks it home to give BPC their first point of the game. Creasy to Job, to McClure. Now it comes back up to Job as she resets the offense for the Bombers. Into Job, into McClure again, excuse me. Now back to Creasy. 3:25 or 4:20. Well, I'll get it right in a minute. 5:25. I was trying to get this game over with faster than it is. There's going to be another foul on the Bombers. I believe it's going to be, I got to wait and see if, I think it's number 31. It is number 31, Ava Bradford. She's going to get called for the foul. It'll be the Bombers' second foul of the second half. They lead 22-1 here in third quarter action. Nelson picks up her dribble. She had a 5-second violation in the first half, and now she tries to get to Sierra Shannon, who finally does track it down. Ford has it, guarded by Bradford, and Bradford's going to get called for the foul again. Be her second in a matter of moments. Third team foul for the Bombers here in the second half. 4:59 to go in the third quarter. Ford to inbound for Spartans. She tries to get it into Johnson. Stolen away by McClure, and now Job's going to bring it up the floor for the Bombers. McClure into a cutting Bradford, and she's going to be fouled. It's going to be on number 45, Kendra Ford. Spartans' first foul of the second half. First free throws of the game coming for the Bombers. At the free throw line, number 31, Ava Bradford. Her first free throw is off the front of the rim, no good. Second free throw coming for the 8th grader from Macomb. Up, and a little shooter's touch. She gets it to fall. Back to a 22-point lead for the Bombers as Ava Bradford gets her 5th point of the contest. Abby Nelson has the only free throw point for BPC. It's going to be off of Macomb, out of bounds. Possession to the Spartans. 4:34 to go here in the third quarter. Abby Nelson over there is Tiffany Churchill, the coach for the Spartans, trying to get her team to do something, and it was not, they didn't end up doing what she wanted them to do, that's for sure. She was not real happy, but now it's going to be Bradford with a steal. She's going to go the length of the floor. Stop, comes across to Creasy. Creasy's shot's good. Assist to Bradford. Basket to Creasy. Makes it 25. I hit the button one too many times. I apologize. That's the first 2 of the contest for Creasy. With 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter, it's 25-1. Macomb with the lead. And a steal. This knocked away by Joe, but Nelson's going to track it back down first. Kyla Jobe, good defensive stance over there on the far side, up in the face of Nelson. Nelson does get it on the baseline to Shannon, and as Shannon steps on the, well, they're going to call her for a travel. I thought she stepped on the baseline. And a line change coming in for the Bombers. Number 12, Kylie Robinson is in. Number 20, Quinn Rexroth. Number 41, Nika Daitner. Number 15, Jackie Adair. And number 24, Ladd, and Robinson's going to drive to the hoop. She had a good look, couldn't get the free throw or the layup to fall. And that is number 24, Kelly Ladd. Knew her last name, had to look at her first. I apologize about that. Nelson with the ball for the Spartans. 3:17 to go here in the third quarter. She breaks the 5-second barrier, still dribbling, and then she's going to fall on the baseline with the basketball, and it'll be a turnover to the Bombers. They dare to inbound now for Macomb. 3:05 remaining in the third quarter. Adair looks down to Rexroth. Comes up top to Ladd, to Daitner. 2:48. Now a nice cut to the basket by Daitner. Nice look and a putback. Give that to Adair. There was 3 numbers there. I couldn't see which one had it, actually, but we're going to give it to Adair. 27-1 is the score. Ford into Shannon. Ladd steals it away, and it comes back the other way with Adair with it now. On the dribble, she's going to give it to Daitner. Now nice into Daitner. That was a nice pass by Robinson into Daitner, and another bucket for the Bombers. First 2 for Daitner, and a timeout on the floor. Charge to BPC. That is the full timeout, so we'll take a break as well. 29-1 the score here. Bombers lead the Spartans. Welcome back to Bushland Prairie City High School. Junior high girls basketball action going on right now. Helping to bring you the contest. MTC Communications. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in 2021. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability. So after the timeout, going to be BPC basketball, and Nelson again will bring it up for the Spartans. Third quarter action here. 2 minutes to go, and it's 29-1. Ford has it on the dribble now. She's picked up by Rexroth, puts up the shot. It's partially blocked. Nelson gets it underneath the basket, and they're going to call a jump ball as Nelson had it down under the basket, but just didn't do a whole lot with it. A couple of Bombers tied her up, and it'll be Bomber basketball. We approach the 90-second mark here of the third quarter. Daytoner has it. Back to Rexroth. Oh, nice pass into Ladd, and Ladd's going to get the easy bucket. Kelly Ladd gets her first 2 of the night. 1:15 remaining here in the third quarter. Shannon with it. She was going to Johnson or Nelson, really, but it ended up in Nelson's hands. Robinson's up there harassing her. Ford now with it down low. She's blocked by Ladd. Ladd gets it out in a hurry as she was being harassed by Shannon. Now Robinson brings it up. Under a minute to go, 45 seconds actually left here in the third quarter. Daytoner tried to get it to Rexroth. She throws it kind of inside and over her head. Checking into the game is going to be Olivia Whitney for the Bombers. With 40 seconds remaining, BPC has the basketball, trailing by 30, 31-1. Nelson with it. Johnson shoots the long 3. She had Shannon wide open under the basket, took the shot instead. And it's going to be rebounded and taken back the other way by Adair. Now Robinson to Whitney. 15 seconds. She looked into Robinson, who gets it across somehow to Adair, and it's going to be picked up by Rexroth. Out to Whitney, now to Robinson with 5 seconds remaining. Now it's going to go to Ladd. Ladd puts up the shot hard off the glass, won't fall. It's on the floor. Johnson has it, and that's going to end the third quarter of play. We'll take a break. 31-1. Bombers lead the Spartans here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
You know, you see fires on TV all the time. You don't understand what the families are really going through until you've lived it. The day before the fire, life was good. We went to bed, we woke up, and we had nothing. If it was not for Country Financial, we would still have nothing.
Welcome back to Bushland Prairie City High School. Getting ready for fourth quarter action here. As the Bombers will have 3 fouls. The Spartans have 1. I told Miles to get the light on because we're going to have coaches come over. Miles, what's the most important part of a light? Batteries. And there aren't any in it. So it's going to have a hard time working. So we'll just do it without the light tonight. Does that sound okay, Miles? Miles is okay with that. I need to give Miles the microphone and let Miles call the game with me. Give me somebody to talk to. No? Well, we're here, fourth quarter action, 6 minutes on the game clock. 31-30 is the score. Bombers lead the Spartans. And Robinson knocks it away. Shannon's going to pick it up for BPC, though. Now Robinson's going to take it away again. She's going to go back the other way. Spartans giving chase, and Robinson can't get the layup to fall. Rebound to Nelson. And Nelson gets called for the double dribble. She lost it, picked it up, and then tried to dribble again. So it's Bomber basketball, 5:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Robinson into number 13, Maribel Nekak, and she gets her 6th point. Makes it 35-1. 33-1. Excuse me. Scoreboard hit twice again. Nelson's shot's off, no good. Rebounded by Ford. Ford puts up the shot. It's off, no good. Rebound on the floor, picked up by Rexroth to Adair. She'll take it back the other way for the Bombers. 4:40 to go in the basketball game. Whitney to Rexroth, back to Whitney. And Robinson's going to lose it and save it. And then Mason's there to pick it up for BPC. But then Robinson, with a little help from Adair, steals it right back and takes it back the other way for the Bombers. 4:20 to go. Robinson now wants to get it inside. She does get it inside to Nekak again. And that gives Nekak 8 points for the Bombers. That makes her the game's leading scorer now. 35-1. 4 minutes remaining. Nelson still with the dribble. Off of Whitney, out of bounds. Checking in for the Bombers. Going to be Riggins, Bradford, and Daytner checking back in. Still on the floor with Olivia Whitney and Quinn Rexroth. It's Nelson, Ford, Johnson, Mason, and Shannon on the floor for BPC as that ball goes out of bounds. Possession back to the Bombers. We do have the running clock now. 3:20 to go here in the basketball game. We'll only stop on timeouts. Ball's on the floor. Mason down there to get it. Shannon has it now. Good job. Way to get on the floor there, young Miss Mason. Addison Mason getting down, getting the basketball. And BPC has it now. Ford's going to drive. She tries to get it into Shannon. And Shannon, I believe, is going to get called for the foul. It is going to be on Shannon. Spartan's second foul. Both of them, I believe, on Sierra Shannon here in the second half. And it's going to be Bomber basketball with 2:40 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Daytner into Rexroth, who misses, but there with the rebound and the putback is Bradford. Ava Bradford gets her 7th point of the night. Shannon with it now. Nelson, 2:15 remaining. She's guarded by Bradford. Johnson now guarded by Riggins. Riggins up in Johnson's face after she picked up the dribble, and timeout's going to be called. Charge to BPC. It's a full timeout. How to bring you this contest is here on TSSR Game Time Live is McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital athletic trainers and MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to Spartan student athletes and, of course, Macomb student athletes as well in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. Also, Square Music Company. Square Music Company offers instruments, gear, lessons, service, and more. Located at 122 Northside Square in Macomb. Call the Macomb store at 309-431-5484. You can also visit the Quincy location at 725 North Hampshire Street. Or you can find them online at squaremusic.com. Getting ready to go here 2:01 remaining in the basketball game. 37-1. Abby Nelson has the lone point for the Spartans. Into Johnson. Johnson's going to put up the three. It's off, no good. Rebound by Daytner. Out to Riggins. Now to Creasy, who's back in the ball game. Oh, into Creasy it goes. She had a nice look from Rexroth. 1:35 remaining. Now Riggins with it to Rexroth. She's going to drive. Dumps. Oh, nice look down to Riggins. Riggins can't get the shot to fall, though. And Shannon's going to come up with it. And I believe Riggins is going to pick up the foul for the Bombers. 1:20 remaining. Clock still running here with a running clock in the 8th grade game. Nelson's going to walk it up for BPC as we approach the 1 minute mark. Mason with it. Give it to Nelson. Nelson puts up the shot. It's off the rim, no good. Ball tipped around, picked up off the floor by Rexroth. She'll take it back the other way with 55 seconds remaining. She's going to kick it, gather it back up, travel, but no call. It's going to go to Bradford, out to Creasy. Creasy's going to take the three. It's off, no good. She's going to get her own rebound, get it out to Bradford. Bradford will try the three. It's short, and then Daytner had it come right off the bottom of the rim. Those are the worst ones. You go up to think you're going to get a rebound, and it just barely got enough rim to come right down at her, and it went out of bounds with 30 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter. Nelson with it. Has it tipped away by Bradford momentarily. Gets it back. Bradford steals it again. She's going to go back the other way. Shots up, counted, and a foul, and that's how we're going to end this contest as the clock remains running. The foul's on Nelson. The basket's good for Bradford. That makes her the leading scorer in the contest, and she'll get one free throw here. They will stop the clock to keep the buzzer from going off while Bradford's shooting. Free throws up and off, no good. So it's going to end 39-1. The score here at BPC High School. Macomb Bombers pick up the win over the BPC Spartans. We'll take a break. Be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH in just a couple minutes. Hopefully Coach Looper will be over to talk to us in just a couple moments. Once again, 39-1, the final here at BPC High School for 8th grade game. 7th grade game coming up next.
During this COVID pandemic, it is important you take care of your health, especially your heart health. Do not ignore the signs of a heart attack or stroke. If you have health concerns, schedule an appointment with your provider, and always, in case of an emergency, call 911. This message brought to you by McDonough District Hospital and Blessing Health System. See for yourself why Blessing Health System is the leader in cardiology and pulmonology services. Appointments available inside MDH. Learn more at blessinghealth.org or mdh.org.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
McDonough District Hospital's Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center was built for one goal: to strengthen women's health services in the region's premier facility. Our dedicated staff, past and present, delivered generations of MDH babies, and now in the new Women's Center, our staff is ready to deliver the next generation and beyond. Come visit the Dolores Cater Schweitzer Women's Center and see for yourself the MDH difference.
Some farmers I know swear by a name. Say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
Welcome back to Bushnell Prairie City High School. As we have Macomb 8th grade coach Don Looper with us now. Coach, those kind of games aren't a whole lot of fun, but it looked like you took the opportunity at halftime to do some coaching and work on a few things, and you got to play a lot of girls. That's always a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, we looked at it. We looked at it as everything we can learn, any game we can learn something from, and in certain games and situations, the score matters less, but how we do things, and that's what the girls. I'm really impressed with this group of kids. It's a special group, has been for a couple of years now. They're very tight knit, and they truly, really have a desire to not just play the game. They love playing together, but they really, really want to try to do it better, and that's what's nice. And that's what we try to do tonight is make our cuts better, make our backdoor cuts, make our passes a little more sharp. Work on the timing and that kind of stuff. And I think they did a pretty good job tonight.
One of the things that you said there that caught my attention in a year like this is, I guess, more than maybe most, is you said the score matters less than doing things right sometimes and learning things. This year, I mean, really that's what this year's all about at this point. I mean, you're playing when you're not supposed to be playing. This is supposed to have been 6 months ago or whatever it's supposed to be,
Yeah.
and everything's different. But you can really – since you don't get your postseason, you don't get any of that stuff, you can take this opportunity to learn a lot of stuff, can't you?
Well, yeah, it's amazing. Even like when we got a chance to do some stuff in the summer, which we couldn't go indoors, so we would have to do stuff on outdoor courts.
Right.
There were times that we were on the turf field there at Macomb, and I'd set cones out that would be the measurements of the lane and the baseline and stuff, and we were working on timing and cuts and spatial, and they eat this stuff up. They want to find a way to learn all the time. We took advantage of stuff. I've learned a lot about myself in coaching and finding different ways to teach, just like the online stuff. We were having our teams, our Zoom meetings, if you'll call them. We call it
Right.
a teams meeting. We were having them in the summer, and we would just discuss basketball concepts. And Coach Cross and I, we would talk a lot this summer, and we realized that it afforded us, we could have gotten sour and said, we can't in the gym, we can't do our leagues, we can't do our tournaments. But what we could do is we could slow things down and start talking and teaching basketball in a way that we probably wouldn't have if we were in a gym. So it really opened our eyes to a different level of teaching the game.
Language is an important part of basketball, isn't it?
Oh, gosh, yeah.
I mean, it really is. And a lot of times you forget about that kind of stuff. You forget that you can learn a lot by just talking about what you should be doing. Sometimes you get so caught up in doing things fast and doing things on the floor that you forget that, everything's learned in the school by talking. Sometimes talking is not a bad thing.
Yeah, and we get caught up. I've been guilty of it for years. We do get caught up in wanting to win. I mean, and the next game. And this summer and this fall and then the things that we've been, it opened up a different level of talking about the game of basketball with these girls that don't really watch a lot of ball.
Right.
And so different concept. We reviewed different zone defenses that we'll never run or different aspects of the game just to show them a different aspect of the game itself. Now, how much of it stuck, you'll never know, but it opened our eyes to some different avenues of teaching, even when things get back to normal, that we want to not forget about. And what's neat is like when we had our summer, what we could do outside with summer, even when we had to split this group up in half because we couldn't have more than 10 kids at one time.
Right.
So we had an orange and a black group, and they would come and we'd do summer workouts on the track. We would do cones on the turf, and we couldn't do basketball stuff, but we could do basketball stuff in a different way.
Right.
If they can see it in their mind, they're rehearsing it in a different way. So it was a lot of fun.
You talked about the girls getting along. At one point in the first half, you guys had, I want to say, like 14 points or 16 points, and you had 3 girls with 4 points and 2 girls with 2 points. And it ended up being a ton of people scored for you guys. So the girls like to get everybody involved. You can tell that. You can tell they get along. That's a nice thing to see.
This is one of the best. I off and on I've coached for 15, 20 years, different sports and basketball and stuff. And this is a really, really special group because of the volume of kids we have in this group and how well they get along on the court, off the court, socially. They pull for each other. And they got such good hearts, and it's really a special unit, and they love to be together. And that's a blessing actually to actually be with these kids for a while. And so the offense, what we try to design is an offense that flows, that enables at any given point, any 5 on the floor could technically have a scoring opportunity.
Right.
And, there's a learning curve to everything, but it's enjoyable. I mean, it's rewarding, quite frankly.
Well, you had 9 points for Ava Bradford unofficially, 8 points for, is it Maribel Nika?
Yep.
Am I saying that right?
Maribel
Nika?
Nikak, yeah.
Nikak, yeah, that's what I've been saying. I don't know why I left the K off that time. Catherine Stortzum had 6 points, 4 points for Job. I mean, you guys spread the ball around really well. Thanks for coming over and talking to us. I have to get off here for just a minute, and we'll have a different stream. So if you're listening right now to Coach Looper, we'll have a different stream for the 7th grade game in just a minute. Thanks for coming over and talking to us. Greatly appreciate it. Good luck the rest of the year.
Well, thank you for all you do. Appreciate it.
We'll be right back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this. Actually, we're going to end this stream. We'll be back on a new stream in just about 2 minutes.